first episode of Why Not. See, uh, myself, Rafat. Okay, so I'm a postgraduate in Triple E, and I have years of experience in almost industrial sectors, and of course, I'm a assistant professor too. I have 3 years teaching experience. See, whenever I came across some interesting things, the first thing comes to my mind is why not? Yeah, it's a very different word. Why not? It's why not things are possible in this way, or why not we can change the environment, or we can change the entire structure of your system. That's what whenever come to our mind. And in this episode, we discuss about clean energy. Yeah, you got it right. You hear it right. Clean energy. What do you think of it? See, clean energy means sometime we can say, what we can say is abundance amount of it. Abundance. It's abundance, and it should not affect the environment. It should not affect the flora and fauna, and it should not alter the environment, right? But in a good way it can alter the environment. Okay, so whenever clean energy comes to my mind directly goes to one such thing, which is solar PV array or solar energy. See, when we think of solar energy, what do you actually think of is an solar panel. You heard it right. Why I am saying that solar energy is one of the clean energy means, the first point, it is abundance. Yes, of course, the fuel is enormous and it's almost available for free. Okay, solar, unless until the sun is low, we can extract solar energy. And the second point is, it doesn't affect any flora and fauna. Yes, it affects in a very negligible amount. Okay, for example, facts said that if I cover 1% of a Thar desert with the solar panel, I can able to generate great amount of energy, electrical energy, that powers the entire planet. Do you believe it, right? But it is possible. It is a fact. Okay, that too also, it changes the environment. Okay, when I cover a desert, you see, it changes the climate. Of course, in a good way. The desert will no longer be a desert. Okay, so we will discuss it afterwards. Okay, and the second point is, it's a clean, very clean energy. It doesn't affect the environment, and it's a zero emission. Yeah, when I come across EVs, they used to say it's a zero emission, zero carbon emission, but that's not true. See, the production of battery, the manufacturing and the process and the production of battery, it emits more carbon than a normal petrol or gas or fuel. So that's not true. Okay, and you know that in India, 70% of energy is from non-renewable energy, like thermal and of course nuclear. So that's not possible, and we are charging it from that power to the we are charging using that power. So that's not a green energy. Green energy means if I'm charging from a solar panel, and from that charger I'm going to charge my vehicle or a house or something, that's called clean energy. Okay, so why I am emphasizing the fact that solar energy is a very clean energy means it's a direct energy conversion. You know direct energy conversion. See, direct energy conversion, it converts solar light, right, PV light, to useful electrical energy, right? Directly. Whenever sun rays reaches the solar panel, it directly converts to electricity. No mechanical or electrical, no conversions. Whereas if you take thermal energy or hydroelectric energy, first it is converted into mechanical energy, and that mechanical energy is converted to electrical energy using alternator. So it's not direct energy conversion. Lots and lots of losses are involved. Okay, so why I am emphasizing the fact about solar energy and what you are going to do about it, right? So you can see that government undergoing many projects. Okay, even world governments, they are undertaking many projects, nuclear, thermal, even methane, okay, biogas, but they are not using or they are not involving very large amount in solar projects. Why? The first point is solar. The solar panel. If I am going to install a solar panel, my maximum productivity time will be 12 hours, right? Morning 6 a.m. to evening 6 p.m. That's the production time, and the pre-production time will be 10 a.m. to almost 2 to 3 p.m. 4 to 6 hours. Okay. After that, I can able to generate solar energy because only for 12 hours I can able to harvest the solar energy. Right? That's the main thing. That's why the government is not investing in solar projects. But I think Kamudi, that's the biggest solar power generation we accomplished in India. Almost, I think it's in Tamil Nadu. It's generating almost 1,000 megawatts. Okay. Then why not the government is investing in solar projects, great solar projects? Why? We can't force the government, but we as a fact, I can contribute to it. How? By installing solar panels in our home. Very simple, right? But we have to make sure whether it is pros and cons of it, right? We have to analyze the pros and cons of it. First, we can analyze the pros. If I am installing a solar panel in our home, okay, there are two types: one off-grid and on-grid. That we can discuss it later. Off-grid, on-grid, it's a different concept. We can install it later. Imagine there is a thing called in rural areas where the grid is not there, or from EB from electrical board, they cannot able to give power to that area, a rural area. For example, farmers, rural area, they didn't have 3 BHA, 4 BHA, they just have a normal 1 BHA home. If they installing the solar panel, they are just using for basic facilities like fan, of course, fans and lights, basically, and a motor for irrigation for their household purpose, grinder and some kitchen utensils. Maybe it may take about, we can estimate it about 2 kilowatt. If they install a 2 kilowatt panel, okay, with the 1.5 to 3 kilowatt battery, okay, think of it. If there are hundreds of houses with the same load, they want to just use 2 fans, 2 lights, mixed grinder or mixer or fridge. We can't neglect the fridge. With grinder, mixer, some kitchen utensils. For that, it takes about almost 2 kilowatt is enough, more than enough, because they are not going to use it all at a time. It's not possible, right? Maybe they can use it. Okay, so they are installing a battery. They are not getting support from the EB. Imagine it. 100 houses, if they change, they can produce enough for 2 hours. They are not going to use it. They are going to save it in a battery, and morning 6 to 6, it entirely runs on solar power. Okay, what about after 6 p.m? Sun will not be there. So solar, that is not possible for electrical generation. What they will do? By battery, they can use the support, right? At night time, mostly they are going to use just 2 things. Light will not be available, only fan. Fan load will be there, possible. In rural areas, if it is implemented, it will be of great use, right? Why not? Okay, coming to the pros of it. Solar panel, yes, of course, though it's costly, it's maintenance. The maintenance is very, very less. Okay, you can just whatever, because it's a static device. Do you know what is static device? There is no mechanical parts involved. There is not no alternator, no motor, nothing is there. A solar panel, inverter to convert a DC into AC, and a battery, and of course some wires and plugs and chargers for whatever use we are going to use it. Yeah. First, the main thing is low maintenance. Okay, do you know the lifespan of solar is about 25 to 30 years? That's good, right? Even after 25 to 30 years also, the percentage will reduce. The production rate, it may reduce to 10%. The efficiency will be 90%. Efficiency is more. Only the efficiency will be reduced after 10 to 15 years, after 25 years, 30 years. Okay. The only problem is, I think, when it comes to battery. Of course, battery, it comes with a lifespan, life cycle, almost 10 years, 20 years, we have to change the battery. But it's very effective, cost effective. Okay, in India, government is giving subsidies. Similar to EV vehicles, government is giving subsidy for installing and for installing the solar panel in your household, and you can connect to the grid. So if you connect to the grid, they will give some privileges over the cost of it. We can use some amount of units of power from EV. We can use it. That's possible. I don't know about what government are giving. So what government are providing in other countries, I don't have idea. In India, it is possible. Okay. So coming to the cons, definitely there are many cons. Everything we can't expect to be 99% pure, right? Of course, there is disadvantages. The first disadvantage is great initial cost. The initial cost is very high. See, the solar panel, the cost is very, very high. But we can think it as a good way. See, you are going to just install it, and after that, you are not going to pay anything, because the probability of failure is very, very less. Okay. The second point is we have to. The solar panel is a hero here. Okay, it's going to convert solar lights to electrical energy. So we have to properly, for a standard time, we have to properly clean those solar panels, because dust will be get accumulated. So it affects the power production. And the next con is we can't able to install in areas with no crowded areas, like, okay, you know that, and only in tropical areas we can able to install it. So whenever we have a solar light, we can able to have power production, or else in cloudy climate or in cloudy weather condition, the power production will be low. Okay, the production will be low. I'm not saying that there will be no power production. Power production will be very less. So if it is generating 1 kilowatt, it will generate over 50% of it, maybe 40% of it. Power production will be there. Okay, and what do you think of? Next cons is, I think, battery. When it is off grid, we are going to use a battery. So battery, it's highly. We have to maintain the battery, right, for every 10 months. Every 10 years. So the market is giving probably enough warranty period, but even though it is such a cost, it's a get headache. If it is an off grid, on grid means I am going to connect my solar panel to the government EB board or electrical board. So they will take that supply, or they will take that. They will have a mutual agreement between the consumer who is having the government connections. So they will give power to some units of power. They will give some discount on the production. Okay, they will have the profit of it. Okay, what do you think of next? So myself, if you ask, human can't able to change, right? Humans, they won't change, but yeah, warriors can. See, imagine in Chennai, or we can take some other country, yeah, Dubai, for example. In Dubai, You know that solar panel can able to withstand up to 85 degree, minus 15 degree to 85 degree. But it's going as high as, I think, 52 degrees highest. It can able to perform. See, imagine if every apartment, every building, they have the installed the solar panel. You know, Dubai, they have skyscrapers, buildings, right? Burj Khalifa. If they install solar panel even in the window, even in the top side, do you think they're going to Dubai Electrical and Water Association? They're going to pay? No, definitely not. We can have our own on-grid supply from Dubai, right? They can each and every building will able to generate power enough to meet the demand of the building. Okay, if Dubai Electrical and Water Association, they took step, they may save lots and lots of money from their side. Okay, but challenge is there. Yes, absolutely, challenge will be there. High temperature, dust, dust storms. It's obvious in Dubai, right? Okay, that's the main issue. The maintenance is the main issue. Okay, and this is my first video regarding why not. So whenever some idea, some technology comes to our mind, I used to think of why not the government is taking steps to steps to provoke or its solar panels. They can give subsidy, right? Actually, in India they are giving subsidy, but I think that's not great. They are going to more. The percentage should be more. Okay, only the percentage. You see, imagine if Chennai is covered with solar panels. I think Chennai is not full of buildings, right? Some buildings. If every household, every apartment, they have solar panels, they are meeting their own need with their power generation. They are connecting to the grid, connecting to the TNE. Okay, if more power generated, once the use is over, it will be, if it is no use, it's go to the grid. So what happens? That will be power sharing will be possible. Power generation is possible. Okay, we can give power to some other useful industries. Government can supply separately to useful industries, whereas we can able to generate power by ourselves. Therefore, we can save more money. Okay, think of it. So, if you have any questions, queries, feedback, you can comment here, like, share, and subscribe. Okay, why not?